In this constantly changing world, life and personal values can seem more than a little unstable. Just when you think you have it all figured out, then everything changes. Sometimes life can seem overwhelming. Well, the good news is you can change your life. You have within you the power to learn how to flow with the changes and smooth out the bumps of life. You can experience the joy, peace, health, and abundance you deserve. You were created to be happy and productive. That urge to grow and express yourself was put there for a reason. Learn the spiritual principles that can help you not just to survive, but thrive in this changing world. At Unity, we'd like to help you do just that.
Imagine a spiritual path that honors the universal truths in all religions, that sees we are all one. Imagine a movement that respects each person's right to choose their spiritual path. Imagine a spiritual movement that empowers and unites rather than divides. This is Unity. For more than a century, Unity has offered a positive, practical, and progressive approach to understanding and applying the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters.
Welcome to the Unity of Chicago South Beyond Walls Spiritual Community Sunday Celebration live stream. We are simultaneously live streaming on various platforms. Previous celebrations are available on YouTube at Unity OCS. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to this space.
Welcome to today's reading. We look forward to researching and bringing you readings from various past and current Unity materials and other spiritual sources. We hope that you will find upliftment, as well as practical application that will enhance your life experience in a positive way. Thank you for your presence.
God is here. Mary L. Kupferl. God is here. His presence fills me with faith and assurance. His love fills me with strength and courage. He is my constant companion and guide. No place is strange, for wherever I am and whatever I do, God is here. On bus or train, in automobile or in airplane, I rejoice to know that God is here. In office or home, among crowds, or when alone, I give thanks that God is here. I am filled with gratitude as I remember that I am the Father's beloved child, watched over, nurtured, and upheld by His power and might. When I awake in the morning, I greet the light of the day with the thought, God is here. My whole being responds with a feeling of newness. Every cell of my body echoes the thought, God is here. God is here. God is here. God reigns. God is all. God is here. He sustains me now, bears me up in His love. His wings of healing lift me to new heights of happiness. His presence speaks through every circumstance if I but listen. He tells me that He is my constant provider, my abundant source of supply. He tells me that He is here now, active in my affairs, ordering all things in harmony and according to His perfect wisdom. Order is here. Supply is here. Success is here. All is well, for God is here. He speaks to me in the innermost part of my being, saying, Here I am. Trust me. I am with you, I shall not leave you or forsake you.
The other day I was speaking to someone and they shared with me that especially as a child, they had just felt worthless. They felt different. They felt like they were a dud. It hurt me to hear this person say that. And yet what I've come to know over the years is that that's how many of us have felt at times. And so my message to you today as we prepare to go into prayer is that you are precious just as you are. If it's comfortable for you now, I invite you to close your eyes, to take a deep breath in and release. And together we will enter that sacred space of union and communion with Spirit. God is a love that has no end. And in this moment, I invite you to establish the intention of deeply remembering that love of God in you. Of deeply remembering that you are created in the image and likeness of Spirit. The very creator of this universe has placed its love in you and as you. Breathe in deeply and allow everything else to drift away as you exhale. Everything else but the knowing that you, just as you are created in the image and likeness of Spirit, of God, of the Beloved. Love is the greatest power in the universe. And you are holy and sacred just because that love lives in you, just because of who you are. You are precious. And you are important. The world would not be the same without you, just as you are. I invite you to bring into this time of prayer others whom you love, whom you pray for, who you feel need to hear this same message, and just inwardly see them with your heart's eye. And inwardly message to them that they are loved, that they are holy and precious just as they are. And I invite you now to hold our world, our planet in your heart. With all the love that you are, I invite you to wrap our world in love. See that love moving as a healing balm across the planet, through the hearts of our brothers and sisters around the globe. Blessing, healing, affirming goodness for all. You are created in the image and likeness of the very creator of this universe. And you are precious, and you are important, and you matter. And as we bring our time of prayer to a close, you may open your eyes when you feel ready. And I invite you to carry with you the sweet knowing from this time together. An inner affirmation for you. I am precious and I matter. And I affirm that for you. You are precious and you matter.
Thank you in advance for supporting the Unity of Chicago South spiritual community mission to provide the message, Be Better to Do Better, with the financial support you contribute. And please share our work on your social media.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Unity of Chicago South, Beyond Walls Spiritual Community. I am Reverend R. Ken, and each month here at Unity of Chicago South, we spend some time focusing on a different spiritual principle. Now, this month's spiritual principle is spiritual power. Power. But first, I have some housekeeping that I need to deal with. Next week, as you know or may not know, we celebrate a time-honored tradition of celebrating mothers, no matter if they remain present on earth or not. It's Mother's Day. We are instituting some additional changes in our Sunday celebration starting in June. Now, you may have noticed that there was something new at the beginning. Some of you, maybe didn't hear it, you were able to see it. And I'm saying some additional changes because the introduction to that piece that you saw was to let us know that we are going to broaden our scope beyond the daily word reading. The opening did state that we plan to bring different aspects of spiritual thought for the Sunday reading, and that's for each week. We really, really hope that you benefit from this expanded source of exposure and grow even more in consciousness by journeying with us here in Unity of Chicago South. I received several positive calls regarding last week's Talking the Fifth Forum. And they mainly centered around increasing the frequency of a kind of question and answer forum or participation forum. And you know, there are only so many Fifth Sundays during the year. The idea of more interactive, more interaction was very appealing. And so I contemplated, and in order to accommodate the possibilities, we're going to have to institute a couple of changes, and we're going to start those changes in June. First of all, don't be concerned. A couple of stables will continue to be present each month. And that, of course, is our first Sunday guided meditation, even though there's some changes that you'll see today in that. And of course, our dynamic divine feminine celebration, which is held on the fourth Sunday of each month. Those will still be in place. No changes there. Just getting better as they've been doing over the years. And then a talk or something that some people refer to as a sermon lesson will be the focus of the second Sundays of the month. And then on the third Sunday, we will have a regular interactive forum with a few twists. We'll get more into that as this month goes on, and check your social media. Information will be coming out about these changes in the schedule and so forth. But right now, I do want to remind you that there is an infinite source available to everyone. It's there for those who seek it, no matter their race, their gender, or religion. Now, you can believe what you may, but you should know that the source of the universe is also the source of each of us. And therefore, the principle supporting the stars is the principle supporting and available to each of us. As I declare this statement in the first person, I declare it for all. I am open and receptive to this divine living principle. Father, Mother, God, I am grateful. This is my declaration. This is my truth. And as I accept it, so it becomes. All is well and well indeed. Wow. Question: what do you think of meditation? And when you think about meditation, what do you think it is? Some refer to meditation as the art of observing your own thoughts. They see it as the quickest and the most widely recognized way to understand your own mind. Even if you are incredibly intelligent and successful, an ability to stand outside of yourself is truly necessary if you want to make progress. If you don't do that, the same habits and tendencies will simply keep repeating themselves. Now, that's an important statement, but a more important aspect is the question that you can ask yourself, motivated by that statement. Are you living the same habits and the same tendencies? And are those habits and those tendencies serving you in a positive way? You must know that life follows changes made in life. Today, we're not only introducing a wider range of affirmative readings to select from so that we can bring them to you each week, but we are also expanding our first Sunday guided meditative practice. Today, we will break the guided meditation into several parts. There will be 3 periods of time without words, allowing you to observe your thoughts and find peace in your own mind. The no word periods will expand each time. One, then longer on the second, and then longer on the third. There is nothing you need to do during these wordless periods. Nothing at all. For some of the periods will be welcomed, and for some, the periods might feel a bit strange at first, but you'll adjust. For some, this inner connection really is what you've been seeking. Music is intended to play during those periods without words, acting as a time measurement. Again, the only thing you need to do during these periods is allow is allow. Is allow. So now let us get into a comfortable position. Move yourself, get a nice, strong spine. Feet on the floor, if you happen to be sitting, is preferable. And then let us relax into today's meditation. Now, I'd like you to inhale, hold. Let's release. Relax firmly into the position that you have chosen. This time, visualize your breath as we inhale through your nose. And now gently release it back through your nose. One last time, see the breath being inhaled through your nose. Pause. And now see it being released back out through your nose. Rest. As I speak the words in the first person, I am sending them into the universal consciousness for all. I open my mind to the truth of one power and one presence. That power is present right now. As I am present in this space, the one power is present in, around, and through my being. That power that is always awake, a power that is always alert, a vibratory power that is always accepting my vibrations. I acknowledge its presence. I feel its ever presence. I study my consciousness and focus on its unseen presence. I accept that I am a projection of a divine idea from that power, a divine idea known as human. I am open to the guiding light provided to me in my human experience. This spiritual power supports my desire to achieve, my desire to succeed, my desire to heal. And it provides the needed energy to overcome obstacles that may appear as I travel through my life experience. I rest in the support this power provides. I rest in its provision. Breathe in. Hold it. Release. Rest. I now move into consciousness. I now move into oneness with the vibrations of the universe. I move into a conscious feeling of the spirit of divine power emanating through my core into my environment. It is a divine presence of the power of peace. It is present as the divine power of union. It is here right now as the divine power of guidance. I allow this presence to embrace me, to energize me, to guide me, to lift me. As I move through my life experience, this power has the nature of being constructive. Its nature is restorative. Its nature is supportive. I joyously embrace alignment with this dynamic, invisible essence and invite it to be active in my life. I invite it to reshape my life experience. I invite it to support my redirection of my life experience for my highest good. I relax into this embrace. I rest in this spiritual power. Breathe. Hold. Release. Breathe. Hold. Release. Rest. In this moment, at this time, through the power of decision, I choose to acknowledge conscious oneness with that which has indwelled me from my inception. I choose to consciously align with the vibrations of this divine, invisible energy. I choose to seek and follow its guidance. I release its constructive aspect into moving my desires into manifest form. I release its constructive energy to move my desires into manifest form. I feel this restorative aspect energizing my body right now. I use this supportive aspect to move beyond obstacles that may appear as I continue my spiritual unfoldment. In this moment, at this time, I rest in a divine union of the universal oneness that is. And in this oneness, I live, I move, and I have my being. As divine power moves through me, divine power supports me. Its presence, its support is the gift from the giver of all life. I rest in gratitude as I contemplate the gift of the presence of divine power, and it's available to me right now. Breathe in, hold, release. And now our final wordless period as we rest, focus on the gift from the giver, from the gift of the Recreator. I go forward in joyous gratitude for my oneness with the giver of all gifts. I declare in this moment, at this time, that all is well and well indeed. Until next time, this is Reverend Arkan saying thank you for contributing your consciousness to today's Unity of Chicago South Sunday celebration. Namaste.